It started with a shoe. One child's sneaker in the middle of a cornfield in rural Nebraska. No body, no blood, just a perfect knot in the laces and a mystery no one wanted to solve. For over 17 years, women, children, and transients disappeared across the Midwest, vanishing without a trace. The victims had no connections. Different towns, different states, different years. But the killer did. He left no signature, no notes, no fingerprints. But he had a pattern. He hunted the overlooked, the lost, the invisible. He was never caught, never identified, and for almost 2 decades, no one even knew he existed. Until one reporter refused to look away. What she uncovered would expose not just a killer, but a horrifying network of silence. This isn't just a murder mystery. It's a national tragedy buried by apathy, and maybe something worse. And the scariest part? He might still be out there.
In October 2010, a farmer near Hallam, Nebraska, spotted something odd in his field. A single muddy sneaker. It was a child's size, tied tightly, left on a patch of trampled soil with no footprints around. It looked placed. Local authorities arrived, puzzled but not alarmed. That changed when the shoe was matched via DNA to 9-year-old Emily Riker, who had disappeared from Kansas City 3 months earlier. The case was cold, assumed to be an abduction. But now the discovery opened more questions than answers. How did her shoe travel 200 miles? Who brought it there? And where was her body? Investigators turned up nothing. No vehicle tracks, no drag marks, no witnesses. Emily's disappearance remained unsolved. She plotted their locations. They formed a corridor along I-80, one of the most heavily traveled trucking routes in America. Allison interviewed truck stop clerks, rest stop security guards, motel managers. Many recalled odd men, strange guests, moments that gave them chills, nothing concrete. But then a second victim surfaced. Maria Devlin, missing since 2004 from Des Moines, was found stuffed in a drain pipe by hikers outside York, Nebraska, just 40 miles from where Emily's shoe was discovered. The body was mummified, wrapped in tarp, tied with cords. The manner of concealment was disturbingly similar to an old case from Peoria, Illinois. Allison dug deeper, requesting police files, digging through old news clippings. She was met with resistance, missing files, closed cases with no resolution. But a pattern began to emerge. Victims often had no close family, lived on the margins, or were traveling alone. The press never gave them front-page headlines. They just disappeared. In her apartment, Allison built a map, red pins for each disappearance. As it filled, a terrifying truth became clear. This wasn't coincidence. This was method. Someone was moving across America, picking off victims who wouldn't be missed, and no one was looking for him. She gave him a name, the Ditch Man. In January 2011, Allison received a brown envelope. No return address. Inside was a burned CD, a torn photo of a bruised woman, and a single handwritten message. She saw him. The CD contained an audio file, distorted by wind and static, but a man's voice whispered, "She got in." she didn't get out. A local audio expert confirmed it was likely recorded in 2001. The voice didn't match any known suspect, but was chillingly calm. Allison traced the photo to Claire Donnelly, a Kansas waitress who vanished in 1998. Her case had been buried for over a decade. As she publicized the findings, Allison's phone began ringing. Victims' families, retired officers, a waitress in Fremont recognized the photo. She came in with a man, older, polite, called him Richie. DMV records showed a man named Richard Harrow, a trucker who owned a 1989 Chevy pickup. He had no tax records since 1998. A ghost. Allison tracked Harrow's movements via motel registries and gas station logs. In every town he passed, a woman went missing. Always the same method, last seen near a rest stop or truck depot. But then new activity. A 17-year-old girl named Crystal Hammond vanished from a Greyhound station in April 2011. Security cameras caught her talking to a man in a denim jacket. His face was hidden, but his hand rested on her shoulder. Allison wrote an expose called "The Ditchman Has a Name." It went viral. That's when everything changed. Her laptop was destroyed, her files stolen. She received emails warning her to stop. "You're getting too close." Then came the call. A man's voice. "You're clever, but you don't know where to look next." That same night, she received another package. Inside, a VHS tape. The video showed a woman duct-taped to a chair in a dark room. A timestamp, March 14, 1998. Claire Donnelly. She was alive in that footage. The man's voice, again calm. "You thought no one would miss you, but she will." The FBI responded, finally. They took the tape, they promised action. But days turned into weeks. Silence. Then, Allison's article vanished from search engines. Her blog was taken offline. She pushed harder. Online communities dug into Harrow's past. A match was found. His brother Ray Harrow, a known criminal and truck mechanic, had died in 2005. Some believed they'd worked together. Two killers, one shadow. Allison traced them to their childhood home in Franklin County, Missouri. She went alone. The house was collapsing, but in the basement, she found a hidden trapdoor. Inside, bones, fabric, dozens of Polaroid photos nailed to the wall. Victims posed, terrified. Some were never reported missing. She called the authorities. This time, the FBI moved. A raid followed. Over 40 DNA matches. National headlines. The country gasped. But Harrow was gone. His last sighting was in Idaho. Then, nothing.
Some say he died, others say he changed identity. One postcard arrived for Allison, postmarked from Nevada. You found the pictures, but not all of them. He was never caught. Emily, Maria, Claire, Crystal, Tanya, names forgotten by systems built to forget them. But because Allison never gave up, we now remember them. And because he was never caught, he might still be out there.